Hi everyone, my name is Khushi Singh and you're watching Pep Talk India's video. It was a quick intro because I have less time and I am really excited to give you something interesting. As always, this has become my favorite word, I think. Interesting, because my life is full of interesting stuff. And just one thing, that today it has been really productive day at Gurgaon office of Pep Talk India. So it was also a way to tell you that we are now in Gurgaon as well, Gurugram, I mean. So you can join us anytime you want on these numbers. Yes, to inquire about the courses and what we have for you. So moving on, today I'm going to tell you that how to make sure of learning in the time where we do not have a lot of human interaction. That means one-on-one, face-to-face interaction. In reality, we are completely, or at least partially, dependent on virtual phone calls, virtual video call. That means virtual meeting is happening a lot. So how to make sure of learning the language correctly, and how can we really make sure of that whatever we are learning, we are retaining it. So for that, there is this interesting tip that I have utilized for a long time in my own learning actually, and that was creating a virtual buddy. Yes, creating does not mean you just go in a lab and you create a clone. I'm talking about having a virtual buddy. Means any personality that you really admire the most because of the work, the style of speaking, the communication skills, as well as the kind of vocabulary, anything that inspires you the most. On that basis, if you like somebody, you want to speak at least somewhat like them, the best idea would be to make them virtual buddy of yours. And how do you do that? You start reading the work of that personality. You start watching as many videos as possible, but not of course the binge watch I'm talking about watching one at a time and imbibing anything and everything that you believe is going to work in your favor and match your style, or you can take inspiration from. So make one virtual buddy at a time, and then as soon as you think you have retained, you have imbibed most of those traits and the skill sets and the vocabulary and the learning that was possible from that personality, you have already taken all of them. That means all the juices you have already extracted. It's time to find another virtual buddy. For instance, when I was watching, 8 years ago, I believe, no, couple of years ago, I believe, last season was last year, yeah, Suits. So when I was watching that, I really loved the character of Mr. Harvey, and of course there were other characters as well. But that character resonated so well with me that I literally started at times speaking like him. I'm not talking about the pronunciation, but I'm talking about the way he would put the pauses and the modulation and the stress upon some of the words, and in fact the quality of the thought that started matching at times, right? So create a virtual buddy so that you improve even in this time, the time of crisis. Of course, this is time of crisis, but at least we can assure ourselves with one thing, that we are still learning, so that when time is right, I'm gonna hammer really hard. By then, cheerio, and see you in some other videos.